Hello everyone, this is your update for November 2024. My brain's already starting to be like, I had a couple appointments this month. The first one was the new pain management guy that the neurosurgeon wanted me to see. It went okay. I had better vibes, I guess. I know it sounds like very like new agey. I had better vibes with this one overall than I did the last one. It is under the same umbrella as all the other doctors, most of the other doctors I see. So that makes it easier as far as them pulling up records and MRIs and blood work and all that because it's shared under the Mercy Health umbrella. The doctor was okay. I think I'm just going to have to accept that 99% of the male doctors I see are not going to listen to me. This is very much a ask you a question, you start answering it, and he's like, oh, yeah, yeah. He wasn't turning, he was staring at a computer, so he might have been concentrating on that, but you could tell he wasn't listening to what I was saying. And I think I'm kind of just over getting mad about it because it's not going to solve anything, and these are just the hoops I have to jump through, as I've said before. I showed him exactly where the pain is along the ridge back here in my head on both sides. It's like a T back here. But the majority of the pain is at the top of the T. Like all the time, constantly. That's where the muscle would attach, and it's not. Yeah, that visit went, like I said, it went okay. I do have some kind of surgery scheduled for January. It's going to be like a pain test. They're going to inject some kind of blocker back here, I think. If I understood correctly, I have the paper downstairs. It's going to be a test to see if it works. If it works, it should give me, I think he said 3 to 6 months of pain relief. I don't think it's going to work. I'm just hoping that it diminishes it. Because I even asked him, I was like, well, will doing it here affect anything up here, though? Because, yeah, it'll block pain here where I call the bump, where my spine curves very, my head, my neck, this is my neck, this is my spine, it curves like this. It's like, but will that do anything up here where like the pain is, as far as I can surmise, since no one can tell me what the hell is wrong with me, it'll grow back, and as I've said in other videos, it'll atrophy and spasm and all that stuff. This happened on camera. He said he didn't know. He said it was up to me whether I wanted to give it a shot, and I was like, why not? The only thing that's going to hurt is the pocketbook when the bill comes in. I have that scheduled for January. And then I saw the ENT a few days ago. That was just a follow-up visit on what's going on. I told her that since the prescription didn't come in for almost a week after the visit, I immediately altered my food intake and, omitted the acidic foods and, the fruit and the tomatoes and stuff like that just to see, what would happen. And it made it better. I'm not like completely better because any talking is still rough for me right now. So I can talk and I can sound coherent. And I've even had people say that I sound better and I look better, and I appreciate that. But it's very much like this. Like I sound okay, but it doesn't feel okay. Like my throat is very scratchy, and I will pay for this the rest of the night and probably tomorrow, and hopefully it'll diminish after that. She asked me, do I still have any kind of symptoms? And I told her, yeah, like whenever I talk or cough or sneeze, my throat starts getting, like when you're sick and you have that lump in your throat and your throat is kind of sore. It's like that. But it's not the sore part. It's just kind of like feels swollen. Almost like my vocal cords are aggravated. So she wants me to go see a gastro some doctor to have what is called a scope put down my throat all the way to my stomach to make sure that there's nothing else going on or anything major going on. I have that appointment in December. Not the one for the scope, just the preliminary, like, hey, let's get this scheduled, possibly. And I think that's really it. It's just kind of getting the ball rolling on things. So yeah, the pain management thing, I got that surgery scheduled for January, blah. And ENT, I don't think I see her again because I didn't make an appointment with her. But I see the gastro doctor in December. Also coming up in December is the follow-up with a neurologist. That is a virtual visit, thank God. It's later than I would like, but I'll just stay up and at least I'll be here. I'm assuming that'll just be another follow-up. How did the pain management thing go? He'll see it on the screen, which is, again, it's good that it's all under the same umbrella. I'm not super confident about the pain management guy. Yeah, I'll just go through these motions and we'll see what happens. On the personal front, it's pretty much the same. I've been dealing with the vertigo, dizziness, wooziness feeling. Like, it's been exacerbated lately, and hasn't been fun. It's another one of those, like, you look fine things, but like my head, even now, like I can do this, but thinking and talking and making the brain connect and have the thoughts is difficult. In addition to this hurting, it's that inability to concentrate and the fuzziness and just that it's difficult to focus. Like, this is probably going to be maybe a 10-12 minute video, hopefully. And I've been talking for over 20 minutes in real time because I keep having to, like, stop and try and think of the thought and stay on track. Like, I feel like there's things I'm forgetting, and there might be. That's all the same. I have been trying to edit in bite-sized pieces because I'm kind of trying to treat this now like I treat my neck injury, where for a long time I just was hoping to get better, and then when I wasn't and realized I wouldn't, I tried to mold my life around whatever this is now. I'm trying to do the same here. Like, this isn't going away, but I have been trying to edit in bite-sized pieces just to see if I can fold that into life now as it is. Can I somehow focus and concentrate in these little pockets? Like, I can't edit for long stretches of time like I used to be able to, but can I do it in little tiny pieces, in little steps, instead of long strides? That way, if I can get a video out, at some point, instead of, in stasis like it is now. So I hope to have an update in December, a more definitive update in December on where I'm going with that. But it is not easy, and it is incredibly frustrating. It's like every avenue I try and go down for myself of living or be creative or anything is taken from me. Like, it's like, nah, you can't do that. So, happened with photography. I did photography for years after the accident because it's what I could do in my condition. And then it got worse, and then I couldn't anymore because my body couldn't take it. And then YouTube was something I did on the side, and then I started doing that full time. And then now the body's like, nope, we're taking that from YouTube because of all this. So I would just like to have my clarity back. I miss that very much. I'm constantly in a fog. It's just, imagine you're in the town of Silent Hill, minus the monsters, minus the sirens, but with the fog all the time. It's not fun. I'll keep you updated in December on the medical stuff, and then I'm hoping I can iron out some kind of minimal editing process I can do, and just go from there, because I've been waiting since May to get better. I've been waiting since May to clear up, to the swollen feeling in my ears and nose and throat to go away, for my throat to stop hurting as much. And it has, since I cut out all the food that was damaging my throat. But, still hard to talk, still hard to think. And yeah. If you're watching, thank you very much for watching. And as always, if you're a patron, thank you very much for sticking around. I know that it's something that weighs heavy on me, and I try not to let it get me down, but it's just, I was doing so well. All right, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go make some tea for my throat, and hope you had a good Thanksgiving. If you celebrate it, I know if you're Canadian, you did that some time ago, and if you're in other countries, you don't celebrate it at all. We don't celebrate it here. We don't really do holidays that much, other than Hanukkah. Well, no, we do like Hanukkah and Yom Kippur and Passover. We do the Jewish holidays for Justin. Hope you had a good holiday if you celebrate it. Yeah. I'll see you in December with the next video, and hopefully an update on some kind of editing thing. So we'll see. But until then.